brother! Snape may be the most morally ambiguous character in the entire Harry Potter series. Like, on the one hand, there's...
Always.
Am I right? Always! Who else is sobbing? But then on the other hand, he basically treats everyone else like crap.
Unless you wish to poison him, and I assure you I would have the greatest sympathy if you did.
Like, I get Snape not liking Harry because of James, but like, is that enough of a reason to be in a bad mood, like, always? Ha! Maybe that's what he actually meant. But do you see what I mean, though? Today we are going to decide whether or not Snape truly redeemed himself. Ah, Snape. I remember vividly that his killing of Dumbledore was the first great spoiler of my life. I mean, it wasn't spoiled for me personally. But I do remember the spoiler running rampant on AOL Instant Messenger away messages. A reference I assume many of you might not get, but raise your hand if you used AIM. But I, like every other normal person, got myself a lightning bolt temporary tattoo for my forehead, stayed up till midnight for a party at Barnes & Noble, only to leave the line early so I could buy the book faster from the Kroger next door. Pro tip! Grocery stores often sell books. From there, I locked myself in a soundproof room where I refused to leave until I had finished the book. And what a finish it was! After all of these years of wondering, we finally got to see Snape show his true colors. Also, it led to the very first fan theory I ever heard when one of my friends figured out who R.A.B. was. But so Snape was a bad guy until Deathly Hallows come out and you find out that he sent the Silver Doe and Gryffindor's sword and that him and Dumbledore actually planned for him to murder Dumbledore. And, oh yeah, like Snape's undying love for Lily is basically the thing that has been undermining Voldemort's plan this entire time. And all of a sudden it's like, wow, maybe Snape actually was a good guy this whole time. Even in the epilogue, when Albus is worried about being sorted into Slytherin, Harry says to him,
"He was the bravest man I've ever known."
Does that mean that Harry forgives him? He must have. He named one of his kids after Snape. He was a good guy all along. But, you know, then again, even though in the end we find out that he's been working for Dumbledore this whole time, like, does that excuse him from literally bullying students and Harry for years? And is his love for Lily, like, a noble thing? I mean, it sounds nice that he loves her and all, and I guess that it works out for Harry in the end, but I'm just gonna say that it is inappropriate to still lust after someone after they are married and have a kid and are dead for 17 years. Like, this is weird, right? It's not even a question. It's weird, right? And I know some of you are saying, but Ben, true love. And to that I say, is it really true love if it's not mutual? And to that end, is Snape even really in love with Lily or just the idea of being with her? Does he really think that she would approve of the way that he treats his students? In Prisoner of Azkaban, Neville's greatest fear, his greatest fear is Snape, one of his teachers at a school where he should feel safe. And let's face it, at this point in Neville's life, it seems like he's afraid of a lot of things and Snape still tops the list. That would literally be like Ron having to be in a class taught by Aragog. Could have been a tech class though, where he taught all the young witches and wizards about the worldwide web. Sorry, I know the puns bug some of you guys. No student's greatest fear should be their teacher, unless you're like training to be a Sith Lord or something, but certainly not in high school. And in the end, even though Snape kind of saves the day, his intention is never to save Harry's life. He even admits it with his iconic line, "Always." Dumbledore even asks him,
"Don't tell me now that you've grown to care for the boy."
He casts the doe and says, "Always," which is beautiful in the moment, but what he really means is, no. No, he does not care about Harry. Maybe. Have you ever wondered how Harry actually survived the attack from Voldemort in Godric's Hollow? Of course you have never wondered that. We are beaten over the head with the answer. Lily sacrifices herself to save Harry, and love conquers all, blah, blah, blah. Very brave of her indeed. I'm sure the Sorting Hat is having himself a hearty chuckle about his accuracy. But the thing about this that has always bothered me is that, like, has no other mother ever sacrificed themselves for their child before? And not only that, didn't James, like, just run down the stairs wandless to defend Lily and Harry? How come his sacrifice didn't save them? Honestly, this is something that has always kind of bothered me. Like, during a time period when murders were so common, how is this specific event so rare? Well, although it's never actually explicitly explained in the books, J.K. Rowling does explain it in an interview with the podcast The Leaky Cauldron. According to her, the reason why Lily's sacrifice saves Harry, but James' sacrifice doesn't save them both, is because Lily was given a choice. In order for the spell that saves Harry to work, the person must be given the choice to live, but choose to die. It's a small but significant difference. Lily didn't have to die, she chooses to. Voldemort actually asks her to move several times before killing her. Not very nicely, but he did ask. But so then I have to back that up and ask, why was Lily given the chance to live, but James wasn't? After all, James was a pure-blood wizard and Lily was Muggle-born. Because Snape. Snape specifically asks Voldemort to spare Lily's life. Even though Voldemort doesn't really care about Lily, he is willing to spare her life because Snape asked him to. Had he not, Voldemort definitely would have still killed the entire family, and Lily could have even sacrificed herself for Harry, but she would not have been given the opportunity to live, and therefore the charm would not have been given the chance to work. So really, Snape is the reason why Harry survives the attack. But then again, Snape is also the person who told Voldemort about the prophecy to begin with, and without that, Voldemort wouldn't have known to go and kill Harry, and plus, he wasn't even trying to save Harry at all, he was trying to save Lily. So once again, he saves the day, but not on purpose, so maybe we're back to thinking he's a jerk. But then, after Dumbledore tells him that Harry is going to have to die in order to destroy Voldemort, he never tells Voldemort. He could have saved his own life by revealing this information, but stays quiet and dies and saves the entire wizarding world. And so that Harry will let himself be murdered. Gosh! It's like he's a good guy, but a bad person? J.K. Rowling has actually even weighed in on the matter and actually says, Snape is all gray. You can't make him a saint. He was vindictive and bullying. You can't make him a devil. He died to save the wizarding world. I actually posted this poll to my Twitter yesterday and was blown away by the results and the conversation. About 60% of you thought that he was good, always, and all that crap. And the other 40% of you were like, page 394, we were just learning about red caps and hinky punks. That second one means he's a jerk and a bad substitute teacher. But for my question of the day, do you follow me on Twitter? Because if not, you totally should. Also, let's keep the conversation alive. What do you think? Snape, good, bad, evil? And if you would like to discuss it even more, you should join Jay and I over on our super active Discord where we tell bad jokes and give you nicknames on the daily. Just go to patreon.com/SuperCarlinBrothers. Example, what is brown and sticky? A stick. See, that's the kind of action you could be getting in on all the time. But guys, as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you'd like some more Harry Potter action from us, you can click right here to see how Severus Snape is kind of Kylo Ren, or right here to see us rank the Defense Against the Dark Arts professors. But Jay, that's all I've got for you today, man. I will see you on Tuesday.